No, papi, si senor. Carlos Sainz was not a happy bunny. It is Easter, but it was the Australian Grand Prix, and he wasn't happy. And we put the poll up. Did Carlos Sainz deserve a penalty? Hashtag Australian Grand Prix. We had a good amount of votes. 33%, so a third, have decided yes, Carlos did deserve a penalty. And 67% voted no. And I kind of talked, I addressed his crash in the race review. We addressed it in the player ratings, but here is a separate fed on the matter, right? Because I feel like people who are new to F1 are going to vote no. I feel like people who actually know what they're fucking talking about are going to vote yes, right? Because yes, the laps, the order on the lap that he did it got reinstated because it didn't reach the first sector. So therefore people are saying, but the lap didn't count. So why is he getting a penalty? Because guess what, right? That's just not how F1 works. They don't look at consequences, even though I think sometimes they might, right? Personally, I think they do. But the letter of the law states that Carlos Sainz has to get a penalty here. Because let's be real, right? This means if there's a championship decider, right? An AlphaTauri could just go and fucking pummel Lewis Hamilton, using him for an example here, Abu Dhabi 2021. They could pummel Hamilton into the wall. And then they could just use the logic of, oh, well, it's a red flag. That lap didn't count. It's all right. Now, people would say to that, well, if Hamilton's out, he can't finish on his own steam. So they quote then, therefore he couldn't be in it. But, like, say, I just don't get it, right? Because you could purposely take someone out and a red flag comes out and then what? You don't deserve a penalty. And I'm not saying Carlos Sainz took Alonso out on purpose. Of course he didn't. Him and Gasly went in too hot. And I think it's a joke that Pierre Gasly didn't get a penalty, and the whole reason he didn't get a penalty is because he's 2 points away from a race ban, which of course would take him out of the next Baku, Azerbaijan Grand Prix. But we have to look at it realistically, and the FIA don't really know what they're doing. But personally, in this instance, I think the Sainz penalty was fair. Now, if you took the penalty from the order at the end of that lap 57, I believe he would have finished about 7th. It's just the fact that the safety car did shaft him. I think Sainz's problem with the penalty is the fact that it demoted him from 4th to 12th rather than the penalty itself. That's my opinion. You can definitely feel his pain because he's given a 5-second penalty here and he can't do anything with it. He can't. You cannot build the 5-second gap between the final corner and the straight, even though he was helped by Nico Hülkenberg's engine cutting it and he held a few people up. Personally, maybe the fair thing to do for Sainz here was give him like a free grid place drop for the next Grand Prix. Maybe that was the fair thing to do, considering like it didn't actually affect Alonso's race. But again, you could say Carlos Sainz was an instigator in the whole melee on lap 57. So in my opinion, he did deserve a penalty, but you could give him a wee grid drop for the next race. And I think he'd have took that, man. He was going to score 12 points. And in my opinion, his best race for Ferrari, especially since the start of last year. There might have been a race in 2021, like Monaco 2021, he was really good. He got a podium in a Ferrari, I know it got pole with Leclerc, but it wasn't exactly the heights of last year when it was at its best. But in my opinion, he deserved it, but the penalty might have been a wee bit harsh, guys. But that is it for Fog Racing with a massive fucking break to the next race, which we're disappointing about. Even though Red Bull are on top this season, I feel like it's still a pretty entertaining season and there's still a lot of wee sub-point and all that good stuff. But until then, peace.